Hello, this is wmpyr. For today's lesson, I want to go over the arm weaving that I picked up from watching Professor Bram Frank's videos. So in the previous videos, I went into details, I was trying to explain the concepts and stuff like that. So it was probably complex for a lot of people. So in this video, I just want to simplify and just show you the techniques that you could just practice at home, okay? So if you want to know more about the reason behind this stuff, then please watch the previous video. So this one is more like just a follow along video, okay? So, and I'm going to go at this angle. I'll try to do it this way rather than this way. So if I'm doing it at this angle, you could imagine at home that we're standing side by side, and it should be easier for you guys to follow along. So, okay, so the first thing is, let me show you guys this is the starting position. And this is heaven 6. This is what I always show you guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay. Heaven 6. Heaven, because it's all head shots. Okay. So Professor Bram Frank, what he likes is heaven and earth. Okay. So heaven and earth means there's heaven and then there's earth. So it's not all head strikes. It mixes the two. 2 strikes to the body, and the rest of the 4 out of the 6 are head shots, okay? Same starting position. It's pretty much the same mechanics. It's the same movements. It's the same technique. It's just you're changing what you're hitting, okay? So it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, okay? As you can see, it's a head shot, body shot, head shot, okay? And that's half of it right there. So 4, 5, and 6 will come from the left side, from this starting position, from the left side. So head, body, head, like so. Okay, and it's once again forehand, backhand, backhand. Forehand, backhand, backhand. So 1, and then wrap around your neck, go to the other side. Number 2 is the low line shot. Okay, so normal heaven 6 is a head shot, but we're going low instead. And you just bring the stick right here. So we have a parallel sticks position. Number 3, you go back to the head and you park underneath your elbow, okay? You don't have to, but this just makes it easier for learning, okay? So that's halfway. See, I'm on the same stance, but on the left side. So now I'm just going to do 4, 5, and 6, exact same thing, but from this side. Head shot, wrap it around your neck. This one is a body shot, and then bring it over here to where you have parallel sticks position. And then finishing, number 6, you hit the head again, and then it parks underneath your elbow, okay? So that is heaven and earth, okay? And it's 6 moves. It's, once again, it's the same thing as the heaven 6. So the other thing that he was really into was the body shifting, okay? So body shifting is this. It's just twisting. You're doing the twist. So you're going to the left, to the right, to the left, to the right. I'm not lifting my leg. I'm not making any steps or anything like that. It's just twist, 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 twist. So I recommend that you apply that to what we just did. So when you do that, we're going to apply it to every single strike. So it's going to look like this. It's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay? One more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now, if you're having a hard time applying the twist to every single one of those, my recommendation is do it the way that I've taught it many, for a long time, many years ago. The way that I teach it is do it for number 1 and number 4. So at just halfway. So the first 3, and then for the next 3, okay? So for number 1, boom, this is where you do it, and then you can go 2, 3, okay? You see, I didn't twist. So now for number 4, boom, I do it, and then 5, 6, I don't move. So just for number 1, 2, 3, and then 4, 5, and 6. So just for number 1 and number 4, I'm doing the body shifting. So if you're having a hard time, just do it for 1 and 4, but then when you get comfortable with that, try doing it for every single strike, okay? So The one last thing I gotta say for Professor Bram Frank's method is that right now I'm showing you on my stick man, my dummy right here, and I'm going head and body, right? It just makes it easier for you guys to follow along, but in his videos, what he's doing is he's doing all of it, 1, 2, 3, all of it on the arm, okay? So just know that it's, you know, the way that he does it is it's designed to destroy the arm, okay? But when you guys are doing it at home in the air, it's just easier to visualize, you know, because of the heaven and earth and or heaven 6, or, you know, I believe it's just easier for you guys to learn. So just focus on that. But know that it's for the arm, okay? So the next one right here, the last one I want to talk about is once you apply the perspectives, heaven 6 once again changes. And the way he changes it, let me show you guys. Okay, so same thing right here. What I want you guys to do is, number 1 is the same, comes here all the way to the other side. Number 2, we'll go back to heaven 6, so we'll hit the head and we'll bring it to here, so it's parallel sticks position. For number 3, normal heaven 6 is right here, and then it goes under the elbow, right? But instead, what we're going to do is we're going to bring it all the way behind the head and hit the head, and then go under the elbow. So it finishes in the same spot, meaning it's pretty much the same technique. It's just I'm going behind my head. Behind the head is a power shot, okay? But that's not the point of this technique. But let me, once again, let's do that again. So from right here, number 1 is the same. Number 2 is the same for heaven 6. And then for number 3, going all the way behind your head and park under the elbow. So now we're in the same position for the other side, 4, 5, and 6. We're going to do the same thing. So head, head, and then here's number 6 behind your head and go underneath your elbow. Okay, so one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, now that I want you guys to practice that. Let me show you guys right here. So it goes 1, 2, behind your head. 4, 5, behind your head. Okay, 1, 2, here's number 3, behind the head. 4, 5, and here's number 6, behind the head. Okay, now the way he's doing it is right now, I'm showing you guys doing it heaven 6. So you could do the exact same thing with behind the head and everything, but heaven and earth. So you go 1, 2 here, and then here's number 3, boom, to the head, right? And behind your head. What he calls, going behind the head like this, he calls the umbrella, okay? So here's number 4, notice number 5 is low, and then number 6 goes behind my head like there. That's the umbrella technique. So once again, that motion right there, I'm just going to call it the perspectives, heaven and earth. First we did the perspectives, heaven 6. Now it's perspectives, heaven and earth. Okay, so that motion right there, what is the significance? The significance is when you're doing normal heaven 6. Now, I'm sorry, I'm going into explanation. Normal heaven 6 is 1, 2, and then 3. Okay, notice that. Number 1 is on my opponent's left side. Number 2 is on my opponent's left side. Number 3 is on my opponent's right side. Okay, so it goes left, left, right on my opponent. Okay, where it's hitting. So when you do it the perspectives way, where you're going behind the head like this, you're going to see number 1 hits on the left side. Number 2 hits on the left side. And then number 3 also hits on the left side, which means 4, 5, and 6 will all hit on the right side. So it's 1, 2, and 3 this way, and then 4, 5, and 6 that way. What that does is that creates an X. Okay, so let me show you guys. Number 1, you see that's a diagonal line. Number 2 follows that same diagonal line, and number 3 also follows that diagonal line. So it was all this way. Next, 4, 5, 6 is going to go all that way. So 4, 5, and here's number 6, okay? So once you create that X like that, where you're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can see it starts to become a figure 8 motion, and it becomes smoother. And they call that, in Filipino martial arts, redondo. Okay, you don't have to go behind your head. Behind your head, like I said, it could be a very strong power strike, or even it might even be a defensive, where you're protecting the head. You went under the move and you're counter striking. So there's multiple usages there. But technically, you don't even have to do that. You could go 1, 2, and then 3 right here. 4, 5, 6. See, 1, 2, 3. I'm not going behind my head. 4, 5, 6. But I'm keeping the angle. It's all about the angle. 1, 2, and then 3. See, I'm hitting this way rather than the normal 1, 2, and then 3 comes this way. See, so I'm keeping the angle. I'm manipulating the angle essentially. And, you know, from last videos, a quick review was that rather than going 1, 2, and then behind the head 3, what he was doing to the arm was he was actually, number 1 already went by, okay, for whatever reason. The hand was already here, or I was caught from here, or whatever. So he started with 2. He started with 2 and then went to 3 rather than start from 1. So that, and I explained all that in the previous video. So anyway, I don't want to get too complex with all that. So in this video, I hope I just presented the actual drills for you guys to practice, the forms to practice over and over and over. I presented multiple forms for you guys, and I hope that's clear. If all the explanation stuff is too confusing, don't worry about it. Just practice the forms, and it'll start to make sense. Okay, so that's it for now. Thank you for viewing, and take care, folks.